In the farthest spiral arms of the Milky Way, beyond where most human star charts ended in blank uncertainty, lay the territories of the Velarii Consortium, a civilization older than Earth's first vertebrates. They were tall, elegant creatures with translucent skin that shimmered like living crystal and eyes that caught light in unsettling ways, refracting it into myriad colors. They controlled dozens of star systems, traded in rare elements, and possessed sciences far beyond Earth's understanding. Yet, for all their technological mastery, the Velarii shared one peculiar obsession: culinary perfection. To them, food was not merely sustenance. It was art, diplomacy, religion, and at the pinnacle of their gastronomic hierarchy stood a single substance so rare, so exquisite, that entire fleets had vanished trying to procure it. They called it Human Nectar. The Dauntless, a human exploration ship, had been charting unclaimed space when the Velarii descended upon them. At first, the crew thought it was a diplomatic encounter. Sleek alien vessels surrounding them, weapons silent, communications in flawless English offering hospitality. Captain Elias Grant had accepted the invitation to board their flagship. His science officer, Dr. Rachel Sloane, went with him. The Velarii ship interior was unlike anything they had seen. Walls that pulsed faintly like living tissue, air tinged with strange floral scents. A tall Velarii named Sirith greeted them, bowing with elegant precision. "Welcome, travelers from Sol," he said in a voice that was smooth yet carried an echo, like many voices speaking as one. "We have long awaited the day we might meet your kind." Rachel noticed something odd. The Velarii eyes lingered on them, not with curiosity, but with hunger thinly veiled behind alien etiquette. That night, aboard the alien flagship, the crew was treated to a cultural exchange banquet. The dishes were otherworldly. Translucent fruits that glowed from within, meats that shifted colors as they cooled, drinks that produced musical tones when stirred. The Velarii themselves consumed very little. They mostly watched them. Finally, Sirith raised a glass of iridescent liquid and said, "To the rediscovery of an ancient delicacy, to humanity." The toast unsettled Elias, but he drank anyway. It was Rachel who asked the question that changed everything. "What is this delicacy you speak of?" Sirith's refracted eyes gleamed. "Long ago, before the silence between stars, our ancestors traded with a species much like yours. Their bodies produced a substance of unparalleled flavor, complexity, and nourishment, the nectar of their lives itself. When their kind vanished, so too did the delicacy." Elias felt a chill creep down his spine. "And you believe humans produce this substance?" Sirith smiled, or at least performed the Velarii equivalent, a disturbing ripple across his faceplates. "We do not believe," Sirith said softly. "We know." The first scream came an hour later. It came from the medical bay where Lieutenant Harris had been taken for what the Velarii called harmless sampling. Rachel and Elias forced their way past protesting alien attendants and found Harris strapped to a living table, dozens of thin, hair-like filaments inserted into his skin. They pulsed faintly, drawing something from his body into crystal vials. The fluid wasn't blood. It was golden, almost luminous. Harris's face was pale, eyes fluttering, as though each pulse drained not just liquid, but life itself. "What the hell are you doing to him?" Elias roared, grabbing one of the alien attendants. The attendant's voice was calm, almost reverent. "Harvesting what your kind produces in microscopic quantities. It is in your marrow, your nerves, even your dreams. Concentrated life flavor. You call it serotonin, endorphins, oxytocin. We call it nectar." Harris gave a final, shuddering gasp. The filaments retracted. The vials now glowed brightly. The Velarii attendants bowed slightly. "Exquisite. He will be remembered." Remembered? Elias thought in horror. They killed him for taste. They weren't the only ones aboard the alien flagship. In a massive chamber ringed with tiered balconies, dozens of other species watched as the vials of Harris's nectar were displayed like jewels. Bids came in musical tones, electronic pulses, alien pheromone releases. The winning bid was paid in something the Velarii clearly valued greatly: compressed singularity pearls, each worth a planetary fortune. Elias and Rachel realized with dawning terror. Humanity had just become livestock. They were confined to quarters after that, though confined was a generous term. The walls were alive, shifting subtly, erasing any hope of escape. Rachel paced furiously. They're going to bleed us one by one. Maybe not even bleed. Whatever they're taking, it's worse. They drain your mind, Elias. Elias stared out the translucent wall at the alien fleet beyond. Dozens of ships, any one of which could vaporize the Dauntless in seconds. Yet a plan began to form. The Dauntless still has its experimental FDL core, he murmured. If we can get back aboard, overload it, we might take out this whole fleet. Rachel froze. That's suicide. It's extinction if we don't, Elias said grimly. They'll follow the shipping lanes back to Earth. Imagine them farming billions of us like cattle. Getting out of confinement required trickery. Elias faked a seizure, collapsing violently until Velarii attendants rushed in with medical instruments. Rachel struck one with a stolen shard of alien glass. Blue ichor spraying the walls. They ran. Sirens of harmonic tones rose through the ship, past the banquet hall, past the auction chamber where alien gourmands shrieked in protest, toward the hangar bay where the Dauntless was kept like a pet. They cut down 2 Velarii guards with stolen plasma weapons. The creatures died too easily, like brittle statues shattering under force. Elias didn't care. As they sealed the Dauntless hatch behind them, Rachel downloaded fragments of Velarii research from the docking terminal. One file played automatically, a recording in Siritha's voice. Human Nectar is richest when the subject experiences extremes. Love, terror, sacrifice, rapture. The more intense a life, the sweeter the harvest. Such beings burn briefly, but brilliantly. No synthetic substitute compares. Rachel felt sick. They weren't just food. They were seasoned by their own emotions. The Dauntless tore free from the alien hangar, alarms blazing behind them. Dozens of Velarii ships moved to intercept, weapons powering up. Elias slammed the FDL core into overload, red lights bathing the cabin. Get to the life pod, he told Rachel. She shook her head violently. We both go, or neither. The core screamed toward critical mass. Velarii voices filled the comms, demanding surrender, promising painless harvest if they complied. Elias sent one message back. Come and taste this. Then the Dauntless exploded in a miniature starburst, chain reacting to the Velarii fleet. Weeks later, a human relay station picked up a drifting life pod. Inside was Rachel Sloane, half-starved, eyes haunted. She brought with her fragmented data. Coordinates, warnings, proof of what the Velarii had wanted. Earth listened. Armies mobilized. Because somewhere out there, in the dark between stars, other Velarii fleets were waiting. And they had acquired a taste for humanity.